Lorenzo, good morning to you. So, Stevens Mokgalapa has taken over. I think it's 8 days now that he's been in office. When exactly did he cancel or terminate this GladAfrika contract?
Well, let's hear it from the mayor himself, Xoli. I do have with me the executive mayor of Tshwane, Mr. Stevens Mokgalapa. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You had a very early press conference to clear out a few issues surrounding this controversial contract. But more than anything, you've made it quite clear that GladAfrika will cease to exist, or the relationship with the city will cease to exist by June this year. Tell us what led to this decision and how long did it take to get here?
Yeah, thank you very much, Lorenzo. I think this saga has taken far too long. The contract was awarded, as you know, in November 2017, so it was declared as an irregular tender by the Auditor-General in December 2018. So it took time to get to settle this matter once and for all. And Xoli would recall that 12 days ago when he had me in the studio, I promised to him that I will resolve this matter, within 5 days in my office. And this is the culmination of that process to ensure that I'm the man of my word. Now, what happened is now we have agreed to terminate the contract on mutual agreement. There's no golden handshake. What will happen is that GladAfrika will just continue with its projects that has been duly paid up until the end of June 2019. And further than that, we will have to go on a new service provider process and a new procurement process through our supply chain management process. So I am following through on the Auditor-General's remedial recommendation that said we need to disclose this contract and deal with it and deal with the supply chain management issues, which is what we have done, and also ensure that we deal with consequence management. So it's a two-pronged process. The first one is to terminate the contract of GladAfrika, which I have done, and the second one is to engage on what we call the consequence management, which will mean that the Municipal Council Committee of MPEC will definitely investigate this matter. It was already referred on the 31st of January, and I will also establish a financial disciplinary board, which will definitely work on the culpability of who's responsible and what happened to this tender, and remedial steps of making sure that we don't have a recurrence. And if it found anyone official or politician, then the law must take its course.
What I'm hearing you say, Mr. Mayor, is the fact that heads will roll, and of course it's very unlikely that we will be able to speak about GladAfrika and not mention the city manager. What is his fate?
Definitely, I think, like I said, the issue was firstly to deal with the issue of GladAfrika, which we've dealt with now. It's a closed chapter. And the second one is now to work on the issue of the city manager. As I said, the council is investigating through our council process of the MPEC, and as well as with what I will establish, which is the financial disciplinary board. Coming from those two recommendations from those two important bodies, then we will be able to I will be able to make a decision moving forward.
Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
That's, of course, the executive mayor of Tshwane, Xoli, who's basically taking us into his confidence, saying that he has put his foot down, really, and has cancelled this controversial GladAfrika contract. But more than anything, he also revealed this morning to us the fact that 490 million rand has been spent since the inception, which was in November 2017. And he says that by June this year, that relationship with GladAfrika and the city will be terminated. Over to you.
Lorenzo Temba live for us in Pretoria. That's after the media briefing there with the newly sworn-in mayor. That's Stevens Mokgalapa, who is now seems to be doing things rather speedily there.